going to be your third game in 3 weeks. What have been, I guess, from a personal standpoint, what have you been working on over these long periods without games to just fine-tune things as the weeks have gone on?
Really just to continue to be a leader. Almost just telling the players like the practices before games are very important. I think that's what I've been doing.
Do you like having this much time in between games as far as where you're starting the season off? Because maybe you have a little bit more time to fine tune things that you see on film that you were, say, did in the Wright State game.
Yes and no. Yes, because it gives us more time to be able to fix some of our mistakes and work at getting better at some things. And no, because I mean, who like waiting the whole week just to play? So I say yeah and no to that.
I asked Coach this. Do you think there's a difference? So when you're playing, Missouri State this coming Saturday will be your third game, but they are playing 5 or 6 by then. Can you see a difference between a team that's played 6 games already versus a team that's just played 2?
I think so. I think probably because like they know how each other play like in the game instead of playing against each other in practice and stuff. So I think that one thing you can see and just how they're in sync almost. They used to playing with each other now and got more games under their belt.
What did you all get out of the game against Spalding on Friday?
Really, we were just trying to play our defensive rules that Coach was telling us about. So we were just trying to talk on defense, be in our gaps and stuff, and just help all around the board and work on some of our offensive execution.
Obviously, defensively, you guys had pretty much to a perfect game as you can have in college basketball against Spalding. How good defensively can this team be, say, when you're going up against the teams you have coming up, Missouri State, Alabama, and so forth?
I think we can be really good. I feel like we're very athletic, and we got a lot of people with very long wingspans to be able to cover up space and cover ground. So I think we can be a great defensive team.
You got a lot of your teammates that played in that Spalding game, guys that haven't seen the floor a lot, like Gilmore had a double-double. When you're a starter, you get to sit and watch those guys do that. How fun is that for you?
I think it's more fun to me. I think it's one thing I love to see, that everybody on the team get to be a part of a win. And just me being able to cheer them on and applaud them and help some of them on certain things is good.
Is there a specific area this team you feel has improved on in these 3 weeks, like just in specifics? Is there one area of play where you feel like you guys have improved the most?
I think we improved on the defensive end. I think early we was gambling and really hugging our man, and that's not how we play defense here. And now we are more in the gaps, and you can tell that it's really taking some of the teams out what do they want to do on the offensive end. So I feel like that's what we got better at.
You mentioned helping some of your teammates. Are there times when you like go up to one of your teammates and like point something out?
Yes, really like mainly the guards. If I see a guard, like I can tell them like what to do, and sometimes with the bigs, like when it's right the time to duck in, like when the guard coming off to duck in and open up more of the lane for each other. So just really that's about it, and just keep encouraging them to talk, because if you can talk it on the floor, you can do it. So.
You talked about the gap in between games. How important is it to go kind of pace yourself between going hard in practice and obviously taking it easy sometimes, because you obviously don't want to overdo it when you don't have as many games?
We really early in the week we get after it some, and later we basically work on our game, which is going to defense and then working on offensive execution for the game coming up, man. I think that's helping us a lot.
You've obviously shown that in these 2 games that you can score when you need to and be that role that we've talked about leading up to the season. But when you're seeing other guys step up, I mean, who are some of the guys that you think can help you lead this team in scoring that you've seen through these first 2 games?
I think with Tevin, ability to shoot the ball, he can help a lot, and Rook post presence inside. I think that helps. And we got Breon being the defensive end, and he can run the floor and get some open looks. And Shaq just all-out defense and being able to being our slasher on the floor to attack the rim and force some of the big, like the refs, the call for him to get to the free throw line and stuff. And I feel like Mike Davis shooting coming off the bench would help a lot, and Darnell post presence inside, he cover up a lot of space. So I feel like as a whole, like that's a lot of scoring that we can have, who can help score, be able to score the ball.
I imagine that the team will celebrate Thanksgiving together on Thursday. Is that something you guys are looking forward to?
Yes. We always together. So us being able to be together on Thanksgiving, I think it'll just help us even more to gel.
Y'all doing it here? Y'all going to Coach's house?
We're going to Coach's house.
Is Coach cooking the turkey?
I can't tell you all that. I don't know.
Would you want Coach to cook the turkey?
Yeah, he can. He can.